Hey, good morning, YouTube. How you guys doing today? It is about 3:15 in the morning. I'm fixing to get rolling. Not in a great mood today. I'm sore. My back hurts. Haven't been getting much sleep lately.
Please drive to highlighted route.
A little irritated. It's nothing that has happened. It's just I'm tired. Can't sleep. I've always been kind of an insomniac. Excuse me while I'm talking. I'm getting ready to leave. But I've always been kind of an insomniac, and I've always had a hard time sleeping. But the last few nights have been pretty bad.
Please drive to highlighted route.
A big part of the problem is my mattress. They give us these mattresses for these bunks, and they're really, really thin. Pretty uncomfortable. Started getting bad a few weeks ago, and excuse me, I was having a hard time, and somebody suggested that I take the top mattress off and put it under the bottom mattress. And the problem with that is that the top mattress is a narrower mattress than the bottom mattress by a considerable bit, maybe 4 inches or so. And so anyway, I did that, and it helped for a couple of days, but now it seems to be making things even worse. It's all lopsided, and you've got a ledge on one side or the other, and I don't know, man. It's uncomfortable, and it's getting to where I'm having a hard time sleeping. I went to Walmart the last time I was home, or just before I got home. I stopped at a Walmart, and my intention was to buy one. I buy one of them 4-inch memory foam toppers for my mattress, which I think would probably solve all the issue. But I got in there, and it was like I want to say it was like $150 or $160, something like that. I didn't have $150 or $160, so I didn't get it. I looked at the other stuff that was there that was kind of in a price range of money that I had at the time, and it was just so thin that I just didn't really see that it would do any good, so I didn't waste my money on it. So now I'm at this point where my shoulders hurt. Sleeping is really making the top of my back really, really sore, and it's hard for me to get comfortable. It's hard for me to stay asleep. And then last night, I'm supposed to pick up a beer load at Miller and take it to Massachusetts. It's a 2-stop load, 1,100 something miles. And I got a Qualcomm message at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and it woke me up. I was, struggling for sleep anyway, so I wasn't, real far gone, and it snapped me awake. I got up and checked the Qualcomm, and they said that my load had been moved from Miller Brewery to the West Dallas drop yard. And of course I needed the information, because I've got to reroute to West Dallas, which is what I just did on my GPS. I just put it in there. Anyway, I got to reroute to the West Dallas yard to pick up my load there, and then and then head on out. So that's where I'm headed right now, is to West Dallas, and I'm fixing to pull out as soon as I finish this video. And I guess that just one way or another, I'm going to have to come up with the money to get a mattress topper. it's $140, $150 isn't that much, but every time I feel like, every time I get to where I think I've got some breathing room, something happens that ends up costing us a god awful amount of money. I had a flat on my car and I had to replace the tire. My wife had a flat on her car or had a problem with one of her tires and had to replace it. Her battery just went out. She had to get a new battery. And I've got tires on my car that apparently are older than the car itself, so the state won't service them. Or I can't be approved for, I can't pass inspection or whatever the case is. I don't fucking know, but I'm gonna have to take care of that, and so I don't know. It's been a struggle, and I'm trying not to be negative, okay, and I have to consciously make an effort not to be negative, because I tend to be a negative person, and I try to keep that in my head all the time. That's why you hear me say it a lot. I have to acknowledge to myself that I have a tendency to be negative, and then I have to make an effort to be positive. So I'm trying to be positive about it. I've had a couple people express concern that I'm not getting enough sleep to be able to drive safely, and I'm alright. I'm just sore. I hurt everywhere. There's pretty much nothing on me that doesn't hurt right now. Oh shit. Got the seatbelt gun up in here when I close my curtains. But yeah, there's pretty much nothing on me that doesn't hurt at the moment. Everything aches all the time, and it's because I can't get comfortable enough to go to sleep. When I do sleep, it's in this awkward bed, and it just, anyway. A friend of mine, I use the term loosely, Facebook friend, put it that way. He does videos. He's a guy I respect. I don't agree with everything he says, and I don't agree with everything he does. But I like the guy. Okay. He's kind of inspired me a little bit to really pay a little bit closer attention to my fuel consumption. For me, I think that the battle to balance your fuel consumption on a commercial vehicle needs to be balanced with becoming a road hazard on the freeway. Okay? There's a point at which saving fuel doesn't I don't even know how I know what I'm trying to say. It's hard for me to put it in words that that I think make sense. There comes a point at which you become so obsessed with saving fuel that you become an obstruction on the road. Okay? Most of the speed limits today run 65, 70 miles an hour. Alright? There are some places, like quite a few, especially in Tennessee, where the speed limit's 55. And then down here through Chicago and the surrounding areas, it's 55. So, there are those speed limits. But for the most part, the speed limits are 65, 70, and some places even more than that. And these cars are running, most of these people, and it's sad to say, but most of these people look at speed limits as a suggestion. Okay, it's not a law. It is a law, but I'm telling you how people look at it. They look at it as a suggestion, especially four-wheeled vehicles. These people in these personal vehicles, they'll be rolling through a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit at 80 miles an hour, and it's not right for them to do so. It's dangerous for them to do so. Okay, and by no means am I suggesting that they should be able to do so. I wish there was a way that those drivers, could get ticketed every single time, they do that. But there's not. I mean, it's just a fact of life out here. The fact of life is that drivers of personal vehicles are not going to obey the law, ever, period. It's not going to happen. You might have one or two people here and there that drive the speed limit. Everybody else is exceeding it, and they're reckless. It's not just that they're disobeying the speed limit. They don't use turn signals. They weave in and out of traffic. They cut you off. They hit their brakes unexpectedly because they're running 70, 80 miles an hour down the road in a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit, and they're in a hurry and they don't want people in front of them, and they're trying to whip through traffic, and they get in a spot where they can't whip through, and they pull in at 70 miles an hour into a box, barely big enough to fit their car, and then they slam on their brakes, anyway, that's the situation out here, and that's the way it is. And every trucker out here knows it, and we're as careful as we can be. But when you're driving in a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit and you're running at 50, 55 miles an hour, you are a road hazard. Okay? Yeah, you may be saying, hey, I'm saving fuel and I'm being fuel efficient, and all that, but no, you're a road hazard. That's what you are. You are a fucking road hazard. You've got cars coming, through there at in a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit. Some of them are going 90 miles an hour, and yeah, they're in the wrong for going 90 miles an hour, but you're running 55, and before they even realize how slow you're running, they've done, damn near collided with you because they're going too fast to stop. They're going too fast and you're going too slow. All right. So you become a road hazard. So there's a point at which fuel consumption has to meet with safety. Okay, and you have to go. The safest speed to go is with the flow of traffic. Now, does that mean that you should be running 90 miles an hour in a 70? No, but you should at least be going 65. At least 65 in a 70. They've got minimum speed laws. And in most places, the minimum speed's 45 miles an hour. So you got these group of truckers that are like, minimum speed's 45 miles an hour. As long as they're driving 45 miles an hour, they're good. You shouldn't have anything to say to them. Yeah, I do have something to say to them. What I have to say to them is you're a fucking road hazard. That's what I have to say to them. They're driving too damn slow. People are having to slam on their brakes. They create a bottleneck because nobody can get around them. You've got a truck going 62 miles an hour and a truck going 65 miles an hour trying to pass somebody. It takes 5 miles for the fucking truck to pass, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. It don't take quite that long. But it at least takes a couple miles, for them trucks to pass. And the entire time that's going on, you've got impatient truck drivers who are driving 70 trying to get around the truck that's going 65, and then you've got impatient drivers of four-wheel vehicles running 75, 80 miles an hour trying to whoop in and get into whatever hole they can get into, and it creates a damn road hazard. It's a dangerous situation. I don't care how you look at it. It's my alarm telling me it's time for me to get ready to pull out. So there comes a point in time where your fuel consumption has to meet with safety. All right, and you have to say, at some point you have to say, I need to speed up, even if it costs me a little bit of fuel. Okay, I need to speed up because you're a damn road hazard. So that's my thought on it. But I'm gonna track my fuel consumption a little bit more than what I have been, and that's ultimately because I intend to be an owner operator, and I want to know how to work my fuel. Am I going to drive 55 miles an hour? No, hell no. I ain't fixing to drive 55 miles an hour. I may drive 60 here and there. Right now I'm pressed for time, and I mean really pressed for time. I've got this load, I've got to get where it's going. It's going to take me about 20 hours to get there, and I barely have enough time on the clock to get there. So fuel consumption, safety. I want y'all to think about it, you know. Give me your comments. I'm sure there's people that are owner-operators that are not going to agree, and they've got their own opinion, and they've got more experience. So I'm open to hear what you got to say. You know, if you've got experience as a truck driver, then I definitely want to hear what you got to say about it, you know. So comment, respond to the video, you know, whatever it is that you want to do, let me know. I'll check it out. Until then, it's time for me to log in this pre-trip and hit the road. So, you know, peace out.